The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Oh, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 over the weekend. Just a rough one. I always say death comes in threes, and it's there was like 8. But we'll do 3. Jimmy Buffett passed away at the age of 76. A very rare and aggressive form of skin cancer called Merkel cell carcinoma. So, put on that sunscreen as I was talking about on the beach, wearing my running shoes on the beach. Now, his whole life was being a beach bum that made it, and that's what he was.
He's a genius.
Why is he a genius?
He packaged this whole vibe of let me just be on vacation, and people love that because everyone loves vacation.
Sure.
He got to be the face of vacation.
Yeah. And also
beaches, and I'm here. That was just up for the taking.
Way to make it about you. Jimmy died, and you're making it about you because you
smart.
You didn't come up with this idea yourself, so you don't have to be here.
I know. Can you believe what a good idea that is?
Yeah, it was. Now,
you know what needs a face? Vacations. I'm going to do it.
It's interesting with him because my uncle lives in South Florida, and he was there for like 20 years before anybody knew who he was. And then when he made it big, they all disowned him because they said he sold out the beach bum lifestyle and made the Margaritaville restaurants and had the drinks and the resorts.
I love the Margaritaville restaurants. They're fun.
Yeah, there used to be one at Navy Pier. I know that. It might still be there.
We got a bunch of texts earlier, so I guess that guy's still there. I haven't been to Navy Pier in forever.
We should go over there.
I know the Ferris wheel's there because I can see it.
Yeah.
I know that's still up and running.
We could pour one out for him from the Ferris wheel onto the restaurant. We could take a drink onto the Ferris wheel.
You can't bring a drink on the Ferris wheel.
I could get a drink on the Ferris wheel.
No, you could. You hide it in your fat flaps?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Pouring one out for Jimmy Buffett. And here's the thing. He was a monstrous Cubs fan. And if you don't know this, unless you don't even care about the whole deal with him, passing, you weren't a big fan or whatever, there would not be concerts at Wrigley Field if it wasn't for Jimmy Buffett, because he was a huge Cubs fan, because when the games were on WGN and all across America, a lot of people became Cubs fans that didn't live here. Mm-hmm. He was one of those guys. And he always felt himself as an underdog, and the Cubs were always the underdog team. So he was the only person that performed there back in the early 2000s and 90s. They only let Jimmy Buffett perform. And then finally they said, hey, it's a pretty good concert venue. Why don't we have Fall Out Boy? Why don't we have Pearl Jam, who's, by the way, at the United Center tonight? Why don't we have all these acts, Foo Fighters, come in and do it? And now we have, God, there must have been 20 shows at Wrigley Field this year in the summer.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen was there. Yeah. So
I love shows at Wrigley. It's just fun.
Yeah, so Jimmy Buffett's to thank for that. Just in case you didn't know that, he was a huge Cubs fan. And yeah, pretty sad. And then even more sad, I guess if it's possible to say it this way, is that the singer of Smash Mouth passed away yesterday, Steve Harwell. And
so young, 56, right?
56. And
jeez.
Listen, he had a rough one. He had a rough situation going on in his life. He got basically retired from Smash Mouth 2 years ago. We know they were at Pierogi Fest over in Indiana this year, but it wasn't him singing because he had major alcohol problems. And his whole life, his whole career, tried to kick it and just didn't, just never could. And he ended up dying of liver failure. They said he was going in the hospice. Then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, they said he's dead. 56. That really sucks. And for a guy, we're playing these people that died, like Jimmy Buffett. Iconic song, whether you like it or not. Smash Mouth. Iconic songs, whether you like it or not.
I loved the resurgence of Smash Mouth because of Shrek.
Yeah.
There's a whole generation that's aware of Smash Mouth because of Shrek. It made the movies.
There's no question that who else could have done that and made the movie that good if they weren't singing. It made it
so fun.
Yeah. This is actually Smash Mouth from the Lounge. They have the CD somewhere, Live 101.
From the Lounge, like our lounge?
Our lounge. Actually, it was a different lounge because this is way back. This is from the Merchandise Smart Lounge. That's why I was on a CD. We released the CD of the performances all in there called Live 101. We should do that again. Who's got a CD player in their car?
Your big promotional idea for the radio station is to release a CD.
Yep.
It's a good idea. Great job.
Put a 6-disc
Way
changer.
to really earn your higher paycheck than mine today.
Put a 6-disc changer back in the trunk of the Rogue there. Put it in the back. That'd be great. Yeah, it sucks because he was, seemed like always a nice guy. I met him once. I remember when he was here for that time. And, it just sucks when you can't kick that habit.
Was he nice to you?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He's a very fun guy. Super nice and fun. Just had a lot of demons, like a lot of people out there. And then another death, a third death that happened just yesterday. And this one is from an 80-year-old guy that had Parkinson's. I'm not, saying, hey, maybe it was kind of expected. But if you remember Wayne's
Doesn't
World,
make it not sad.
I know.
You keep doing that. You're like, this death doesn't matter as much. What is wrong with you?
It does matter. If you watch Wayne's World only and you know the song from there. So Gary Wright died at the age of 80. Just 3 iconic songs. Imagine people just write a song. This one came out like 40-some years ago.
I feel like this was used in a surprising amount of schmexual scenes in movies. Because I didn't hear the song initially and go, that's sexy. But it was always like, you know what I mean? Like a little shoulder.
Yeah,
shimmy.
Wayne's World was when he sees, is it Kim Basinger?
Is that what it is?
And he goes like, Dreamweaver, yeah.
But that happens in like multiple movies.
Yeah,
We should look up how many times it was used.
yeah. It's a trippy song.
It is. I love it.
3 deaths over the weekend. And there's more. Bob Barker died over the weekend, but I don't have a song by Bob Barker. He was 99.
That's great. That's a great life.
So it's not sad?
Didn't say that. I'm not you. I didn't say that.
That's right. 3 greats gone right there. Bummer in the music industry there over the weekend. So, hey, live life to the fullest today.
Hey, Dreamweaver's in Toy Story 3. Did you know that?
I didn't
Probably
know
not
that.
for a Sheksheen. Like I was mentioning.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 have something special for you if you just stick around till 9:20. Here's what's going on. A chance to get a trip to the Darker Waves Festival. So here's what this thing is, okay? There's a lot of festivals out there. You kind of lose track. And I got to be honest, I didn't know much about this one until I found out we were giving away a trip to it. It's called the Darker Waves Festival in Huntington Beach, California, on the beach. Now, check out the performances that are happening with this festival, which is pretty awesome. New Order, Tears for Fears, Devo, Violent Femmes, the Psychedelic Furs, Echo and the Bunnymen, the B-52s. So it's kind of a little bit of like an 80s retro alternative and even 70s and the 90s as well. And obviously, Violent Femmes have continued to put out new music throughout that whole time. So this festival is sold out, and you can be there. One winner scores a trip for 2. That's airfare, 2-night hotel stay at the Hyatt Regency Huntington Beach Resort and Spa. How does that sound, Kenzie?
It sounds awesome.
That sounds like a place where you could just...
This sounds like one of those things where we should fly out with our listeners.
Sure.
And experience it.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's only they win. You get VIP tickets to the Darker Waves Festival. It's November 18th. So stay right here. Coming up at 9:20, we'll give you that key word to text in for your chance to win.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right. Oh, this just hearing the vibe of this and what'll be the Waves Festival when you get there, when you win, Darker Waves Fest. What are you laughing at? I just said Waves Festival.
No, I was just talking to Case. I didn't realize we were on air. That's why. Whoa.
So the Darker Waves Fest features New Order, Tears for Fears, the B-52s, Devo, Soft Cell, Echo and the Bunnymen, the Psychedelic Furs, Violent Femmes. You can be there, a full trip to the festival. You'd like that show, wouldn't you, Case?
Yeah, you said the Cardigans are going to be there, right?
The Cardigans as well.
I love the Cardigans.
And Case is a 24-year-old guy. Like, these are, people would say these bands are more like in the modern rock 80s era. But, of course, Violent Femmes they still tour individually, but this whole festival sold out on the beach in Cali.
Yeah, Echo and the Bunnymen has a lot of cachet with people my age, just because they've been in a lot of soundtracks. They've been referenced in a lot of books, like Eleanor and Park, the Donnie Darko soundtrack. So they're cool.
And also, when I play a little bit of this, Kenzie says the 1975 kind of sounding with that 80s retro alternative
I
sound.
love that vibe.
Yeah.
It's also on the beach, so even if you hated all of these bands, you should still enter to win.
You wouldn't have a soul if you would hate yourself being upset on the beach watching any of this music.
Arms crossed and some tennis shoes and no-show socks, hating the music that's in front of you.
If anybody's going to hate a beach concert, it's you. You're going to be like, my arches.
Well, don't be me. Be yourself and text WAVES right now, WAVES, to a different text number than usual because this is a national contest, 95819. The national keyword is WAVES, 95819. Enter now for a chance to win to get to this beach festival, Hyatt Regency Huntington Beach Resort and Spa, VIP tickets to the festival November 18th. Trip for 2, airfare, everything is covered.
So it's not us, right? Let's just re-clarify. You're not supposed to text us.
Do not text us. I mean,
Leave me alone.
It is us, but it's a different text number. So just make sure you
Do
text
it again.
95819.
And what's the word?
WAVES. Waves. Waves.
How does an ocean say hello?
How?
It waves.
Oh, goodness. Good Lord.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
So, Lauren, I heard you have a big announcement today, too.
I do?
She's pregnant!
No, I'm not!
Oh, you're not?
Don't you dare put that out there.
Oh, not pregnant?
Do
It's not
put that
contagious,
out
Brian.
in the ether. Yay, we're having a baby!
Yay!
Yay! Not me.
Yes,
Kenzie
Kenzie.
and her husband.
Kenzie's. Why can't everybody get pregnant? Why can't all the staff here at Q101 get pregnant?
We really need to have this conversation right now.
I'm asking it, yes.
Because,
Why?
well, Brian won't let me have anything for myself. So it's my pregnancy day, and all he wants to do is talk about other people being pregnant. That's all he wants to do.
What he's really trying to say is he's pregnant.
I do have an announcement to make. I will give sandals one more shot. I'll give flip-flops, I'll give slides one more shot on the beach to everybody that sees the picture at Q101's Facebook page of me on the beach and embarrassing my entire in-laws and family of wearing that on the sand. But I just hate flip-flops and sandals. I hate it.
I'm really curious how many pictures there are of your feet on our social media. Because I feel like it's a lot.
I'll add one more if you want.
To be honest, one is too many. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why it's multiple.
They're pretty
It
good
keeps
feet.
happening.
Pretty good feet. All right. Before we find out what's going on the Lauren Show, takeaways from you guys today. 312-591-8300. Joe says, takeaway, Brian was left out of the loop once again by Billy Corrigan.
That's true.
Billy Corrigan knew about Kenzie's pregnancy before me, Case, Lauren, everybody.
Yeah.
Just because Kenzie wouldn't take a chair at the NWA wrestling event while being pregnant, she had to tell Billy before everybody else.
I feel like that's fair. Yeah. I don't feel like that's a big stretch. Kelly texted and said, my takeaway is after 5 months, Brian finally said something nice about Kenzie.
This narrative is unreal. This narrative of that, I don't say anything nice about Kenzie. It's
You
terrible.
don't.
On the street, everywhere, I promoted it to everybody.
You promote what?
You.
You just called me an it then. You said I promoted
Promote
it to
it?
everybody.
All right, yeah, okay. My bad. Sean texted in, I'm taking away, we spent way too much on Brian's feet today. Stop it now.
Yes, please.
Stop talking about your feet.
Agreed.
I'm going to start an
We
old...
talked about your feet more than my baby. I want you to know that.
This is the priorities on the
did.
show are really interesting.
And you've had those things for a long time. I don't know why you're still talking about them. Same feet.
Yeah. New baby feet, though, they're awesome. They're like so soft. You know,
This is becoming a foot fetish show.
All right, we'll finish with this one then. Finally, Chad texted in, just straight up, congratulations, Kenzie, on being pregnant. The new baby.
Oh, thank you.
In the words of Luca Brasi, may your first child be a masculine child.
That's sexist.
No, it's like from The Godfather. It's a line from The Godfather.
Yeah, but they wanted to be a boy. Like girls aren't good.
No, it's just he knew it was a boy, and, you know, he kind of said it like that, being a
This is Brian digging his own hole right here.
So Godfather's canceled now? 50-year-old movie? It's the best movie of all
You're
time?
just canceled when you quote it. We all love The Godfather.
All right, Lauren, what do you got coming up on your show?
I've got another chance to score that trip for two into the Darker Waves Fest.
Yeah.
Huntington Beach coming at 2:30. And I have sold out Boy with You tickets
Oh.
coming at noon.
That is awesome. That's with Lauren next. You miss a moment, miss a lot. Go to the Brian and Kenzie podcast, Q101.com, and anywhere you get your podcasts.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.